All right. We've got one of the hottest teams in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens, and Lamar Jackson, who is scorching hot, going into Tennessee and taking on the Titans. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be fun. This is one of the toughest games to pick, I think. Easily. I've kind of wrestled with this quite often. I've been talking up the Titans all year. You know that. And I think you've been in agreement with me most of the way on this. They're a quality football team. Their offense is a little inconsistent. They kind of swooned there for about a month. And then they kind of picked it back up. And they've been playing pretty good ball. Then we have the Ravens, who were flat almost all year. And you've had a lot to say about the Ravens. And I kept telling you, they are not the team that people thought they were going to be. They are not the team from 2019. And even though they have the same personnel, and they should have had the same game plan, they should have had the same kind of success. And you did a lot of dogging on Lamar Jackson, saying that he couldn't throw the ball well. He was just basically a runner and a flashy showpiece. And look what Lamar Jackson has done the last few weeks. Are you still maintaining that Lamar Jackson is not a quality quarterback and that he can't guide this team to victory?
Well, is it my turn?
You wanted me to open, I opened.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, well, first off, before I get to Lamar Jackson, I want to say something else. I have an objection.
An objection. Uh-oh. Where's the flag? We should have the flag.
I have an objection.
Okay.
About, I just want to point this out.
Okay.
We picked the Bucks. You picked the Bucks. I picked the Bucks. She picked the Bucks. Mm-hmm. And, I told you I would love the Washington football team to win the Super Bowl for no reason, just because. And I told you this during when we were off camera. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you this. Tampa Tom is not very good at night games this year. He falls asleep. I mean, he didn't know what down it was in Chicago. Couldn't handle the Saints at night. All the night games that Tampa Bay played, bad luck for Tom. But getting to the Ravens and Lamar Jackson.
That's a fair point.
Okay, getting to the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Okay.
29.
First off, let me tell you what I told, and let me just, for the people viewing for the first time, what my opinion is on Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is not going to ever be a Patrick Mahomes, a Josh Allen, an Aaron Rodgers, a Ben Roethlisberger, a Tom Brady, a Drew Brees, a Peyton Manning.
He's nothing like those guys. Why would he be?
He's not going to be he's not going to be like that. He can't throw the football.
He can. You're saying he can now.
He can't.
He can't.
He
can't throw the football. Despite what he's done over the last month.
He can't.
Cannot.
Read my lips. He can't throw the football with precision, accuracy, consistently. Okay? When he learns to do that, he will be very, very good. And they can win a Super Bowl without him doing that. They can.
He threw the ball fine last year, dude. Fine. He did just fine throwing the ball last year. And he's been great the last month throwing the ball.
Oh, the last month.
I wouldn't say so. That's
okay.
Everybody's got their own opinions.
That's fine.
Okay, but the Ravens are going to play the Titans. And the Ravens are favored by 3.5 points. Mm-hmm. Okay, this game is in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Tennessee Titans are ready to gobble up the Baltimore Ravens. But in my humble opinion, that's not going to happen. The Ravens are going to win this game. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if they don't win this game, and I'm sure you're going to agree with me on this, then everything I said about Lamar Jackson will be validated. That means 3 times he went to the playoffs and got bounced out in the first round. Now, if this is a guy that can lead you to the promised land, if he's got all these skills and ability, the Tennessee Titan defense is not the Washington football team defense.
True.
They are not the Miami Dolphin defense, even though
True.
they got torched. They are not the sack leaders that the Pittsburgh Steelers have or the Saints have. True. They can be had. And if Lamar Jackson can't get this team to a victory, that means not 1, not 2, but 3 times in the first playoff game, he's out.
Right.
That means this guy has problems. Because if you look at the rest of the team, I mean, Are they primed to win?
J.K. Dobbins,
Okay.
baby.
Are they primed to win? J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins.
Okay. Can he not run the ball?
Future.
Wouldn't he want to have a great game to show somebody out that because everybody's going Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry. He's my guy, Derrick Henry. If I had to pick a running back,
I adore him.
I love the guy. But I'm saying, don't you think Mr. Dobbins is going, what about me? What about the Ravens? Mm-hmm. What about, and he's thinking, I want to have a big game. I want to show this guy up. The Ravens are going to do their best to let Tannehill beat them, and Tannehill is capable of beating them. Mm. But what I'm saying is, and it's the truth. Is this not true? If the Ravens lose this game, if Lamar Jackson, who didn't have a good first-round game last year, didn't have a first-round game the year before, if he does not have a good first-round game against the Tennessee Titans when they're favored, is this not disaster for Lamar Jackson?
No, I wouldn't say it is. I wouldn't say it is.
Going to be heading into that contract
I
year.
wouldn't say it is. The Titans have a really solid team. I understand your point, but also Jackson is very young. What is he, 24?
He's younger than
very young. He's got a lot of years left in him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of early for you to say it's disaster for him. I don't know about all that. And you're kind of, if you're insinuating that it would be, if they did lose, if the Ravens do lose the game, you're kind of insinuating that it would be all on Lamar Jackson.
If he plays bad, obviously. I mean,
Hey, well, you didn't say that, but okay.
But I'm saying that the defense gives up 400 yards,
Okay, look,
200
you know what? You
yards
know what
rushing.
it is. I'm going to put it real simple.
Okay.
You and I talk all the time about the playoffs. All year long we've been talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs?
And you and I, playoffs. You and I have been in agreement many times that it's not how you start the year; it's how you finish the year.
Right.
Because the Steelers started 11-0. Great. Good for them. And they're kind of an afterthought coming into the playoffs. Everybody knows, I think even Steelers fans know that they don't have enough to get it done. If this was and for example, what I'm saying is, if this was the Baltimore team from week 10, when they were 5-4 going into week 10, I think, 4-5 even, they wouldn't stand a chance. But they are really hot. And as much as I like Tennessee, and as much as I've kind of become a fan of the Titans, and as much as I adore their running back, and I adore A.J. Brown, and I adore Ryan Tannehill because he's just one of the greatest reclamation projects in NFL history at the quarterback position. I mean, there's a lot to like about this team, and as much as I want to take Tennessee, I just can't. Baltimore's too hot. And I'm even going to give you a score. The spread is 3.5, Sizzle, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
I've got Ravens 27, Titans 24. Give me your score.
Well, first let's hear from Sizzle. I thought you were going to Titans on this.
I was, but I changed my
I
mind.
convinced you, didn't I? I convinced you that Lamar Jackson has to play the greatest game of his life.
Why couldn't I have
Yeah, no,
convinced
wait,
them?
Now,
wait,
if
wait,
he
hold
loses,
on.
wait a minute. If he wins this game and loses the next one, people will be upset, but they will not nearly be upset enough as if he gets beat. And I'm talking about.
I'll give you that.
Now,
That's a fair
and I'm
point.
not talking about if Derrick Henry runs for 170 yards, okay,
250.
You know what I'm saying? He runs for 140 yards. Tannehill has 3 touchdown passes, and he plays well. Lamar Jackson plays well. They just didn't get it done. Okay, maybe that's okay. But I'm talking about if they bottle up Derrick Henry, and
And they still lose.
and they still lose because Tannehill beats them, and Lamar Jackson doesn't throw 3 touchdown passes and 300 yards.
Right.
Or run for 100 yards.
So what's your score going to be?
My score? Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
I got to write this stuff down,
All right.
So this way we don't forget.
27-23.
27,
Okay.
23.
Sizzle,
Heard.
what were you saying about the game? You were
Yeah, you were going to
got
say
cut
something,
off.
and I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah,
about
no,
why you
no.
changed your mind. I know this one's tough. I know.
It was.
I'm
I
there
was
with
in a
you.
toss up with it, and
know.
I think I have some other changes that I'm going to make.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I can see. I understand you struggling with this game because this is.
I
one,
went back and forth, back and forth, back
yeah,
and forth.
This is
and
the one that
yes.
was toughest for me.
Now,
It is.
let me just say this before we close this segment out. All the viewers out there, first off, like and subscribe to the video if you like it. But more importantly, or no, not more importantly, you got to like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's most important.
Yeah, most
Number
important.
2 though is
Number 2 is,
dot dot dot.
am I right? If Lamar Jackson plays bad in this game, is this not an issue? Am I the only one thinking this way? Okay, type in your comments. I'd love to read them and respond
Yeah, I
to
want
what
to
you
hear
might
what
have to
people
say
have to
about
say
that.
about that.
I would like to hear what you have to say about that. But we all got the Ravens in this one. I think that wraps us up. We're going to move to the next game. What do you say?
Yeah, we
Sizzle.
got 2 more left.
No, stop. Sizzle, you tell everybody to close the segment out.
We'll be back in a few minutes to our next game.
And radio personality, podcaster of the year goes to Jay Sizzle.